Gamers, Honkai Star is dying, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to, have my comment section flooded with the absolute Hoyo shills in there. It's not dying. It makes $40 million, $50 million a month. It's not dying. It's dying, guys. But I want to give you guys the actual definition of dying, guys, and that is the gradual ceasing to exist or function, or in other words, casual players are about to disappear. Yes, guys, that is the true definition of dying, and honestly, guys, Honkai Star is declining in every sense of the word, right? We see it in loss of revenue, we see it in loss of influence, we see it in the rise of the negative comments coming towards this game, we see it in the loss of player base, the loss of people watching the game, viewing the game, everything like that. We also see it in the decline of the absolute state of the HSR dev team by putting predatory practices into place to really squeeze you for as much money as possible. We see it for the absolute increase of HP pool fucking HPFLATION that we see at MOC, but we're going to cover that all in today's video, guys. First, let's start off with the actual decline first. How is it dying? So let's go over to Google Trends first. I want to set this baseline really quick too. By the way, guys, 2.0 released in February 6th of 2024 and 3.0 released January 15th of this year right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at Google Trends right here. This is for YouTube searches. This means people searching the game up in YouTube and stuff like that. As you can see right here, February 4th, when 2.0 launched, there was 69 here. This means it's at 69% of its peak popularity, guys. So this is a pretty decent number, right? Wow, 2.0 released, and you can see the other graphs here, like the other jump ups here. This is usually when other characters come out or get released. But now let's take a look at when 3.0 came out. Oh, there's another little jump right, but only to 54 this time. But I do want to make something else noted here. If we take a look right here, this was February 4th, February 10th. Let's see here, a month later, not even a month later on the month, it jumped up to 60 again, 60% of popularity again, with the release of another character. Now, what character was that? I have no fucking clue what that was, and I don't care to do the research to figure out what character that was. It doesn't matter. What is this right here, guys? Decline, 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 and more decline. It just seems like ever since the release of 3.0, it's just been on a steep decline ever since. So, that's just YouTube searches though. Let's take it over to Twitch tracker here real quick, and let's see the average viewership on Twitch for Honkai Star Rail. Starting off right here where 2.0 launched at, guys. Who would have thought in 2.0 there was 309 channels live and there was an average of 6,000 viewers, or an average of 6,000 viewers in the category whenever 2.0 launched. But now let's go ahead and go over here to, oh, what's this? January when 3.0 launched. Oh, wait, that's, 212 channels with an average of 4,300 viewers. But surely that can't be the case, right? Because in the next month after release in March, the viewership jumped up to 7,400. But the viewership dropped in this as well. It's just been an why has there just been an overall downturn in Honkai Star Rail's viewership numbers across both YouTube and for Twitch as well? But that's not where the buck stops, guys, because now let's take a look right here at the gacha revenue. I've been tracking this gacha revenue, guys, basically since last year of 2024, right before 2.0 release. This is 1.7, I believe, when Ruan May released. HSR made around $47 million when Ruan May released. The release of 2.0 netted them about $92 million. So let's go ahead and compare that now to the release of 3.0. Wow, what? Wait, $50 million? It's almost like it's half of the revenue it made when 2.0 launched. But it's so weird because if we go to the month before, 2.7 performed better than 1.7, but then it performed worse. Why is that, I wonder? It's almost like the power creep. It's almost like people didn't fuck with the predatory practices, which we're going to get on later in this video. But there has been an overall, just in general, a loss of revenue for Hoyoverse as a whole. Now, is that due to Zenless Zone Zero being released? I don't fucking know. But the point is, guys, you can start seeing where the power creep really starts playing more and more into play here, right, guys? You can see it drop. Like the average revenue for Hoyoverse has dropped. The average revenue for Honkai Star Rail has dropped. So what's the straw that broke the camel's back? Why am I talking about this now? Guys, the Chinese community, MOC 12 and Tribi. Okay, guys, these are the three things I'm talking about, right? The CN community has, they are flaming this shit right now, guys, okay? On Reddit here, these are some comments on Bilibili on basically people talking about their problems with MOC and everything like that. Like, they are absolutely be flaming this shit. Let's start off at number 1 here. How about starting a live stream and let the planners or devs play MOC? Not for anything else. I just want to show the effect. Exactly. Do you want to see, do the devs actually play the game? We don't fucking know. I strongly suggest letting your game devs live stream using a normally level gold team to clear Abyss MOC. Wow! But they were, let's be honest, guys, if we did let them do that, they would just use the newest units anyways, because that's how you clear the content, guys. You want to clear the content, you pull the latest characters. Isn't that obvious so far? Bet you didn't see this coming. Strategy game. Actually, refers to gotcha strategy. Yes, guys, the only way to really strategize and beat the content is to obviously pull the new characters. Now, that's not completely true, right? I have seen people beat it with 4-star teams. This MOC 12, MOC 10, whatever, with 4-star teams, right? Good for you. You're fucking sweaty, okay? You're fucking sweats. You are not representing the casual player. The casual player that plays this game casually is not beating it like that, right? They're not putting all of this gigabrain strats into how to beat this shit within 2 cycles, right? They're not fucking using Serval on their team because, first of all, they probably don't have gear farm for Serval. They're not fucking using these older characters anymore because they fucking feel like they can't. And the same thing applies to me when I went through MOC 12. A video will be out on that later in the week, guys, but I struggled my ass off trying to use older units in MOC 12 this time. It's a night and day difference when you're using the newer characters versus using characters that came out in just 2.0. Using a Jing Yuan team, that shit's up. That shit ain't it. Oh, but when you use the Herda team, that shit absolutely wipes the fucking floor with the enemies, right? Acheron teams? Buddy, it is up. You have E0 Acheron? Buddy, it is up for you. It's not happening for you. It's so hard to complete this shit, guys. And everything I just showed you literally proves that the game is on a decline. The game is constantly in a state of going down, 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 down. Declining equals dying, guys. And why is the game dying? I think this sums it up pretty well right here, right? That is going to be power creep within the game, predatory practices within the game, and not really appealing much to a casual audience anymore, or really taking that into account anymore. So let's go ahead and cover this first, guys. Number 1, these are the free Stellar Jade that we're getting, or the free summons that we're going to be getting in version 3.1. This is from February 26th. All the way to April 8th. This is when Tribby comes out. Let's take a look at how many rewards we can actually get. We will be getting a total free-to-play of 107 pulls. You lose a 50-50, it's over for you. You're not getting another character that patch. So pull value is super low, but why is this predatory, YouTube? Why is this bad that we have low pull value like this? Well, I'm actually so glad that we brought that up, right? Predatory practices. Now, while version 3.1 is not going to have the absolute clusterfuck of banners like it did previously, the reason why it's predatory is because of the fact that now, with the release of 3.1, right, we are getting Yunli and Huahua. Now, I think Huahua is good. Don't get me wrong, I think she's really good. I think Tribby is really good too. But the problem with the amount of pulls that we're getting is that, do you pull for these 2 characters now, or do you wait and save these pulls, because you can only get technically 1 guaranteed 5-star character, just 1 guaranteed 5-star character, not even the character that you want, just a guaranteed 5-star in general per patch is from what it's looking like right now, right? So do you save those pulls and wait for the FOMO that Hoyoverse is creating for you for something like the release of 3.0, where we have 8 fucking banners up at the same fucking time to pull the top meta units in the game right now at this point? Maybe Silverwolf's on that equation, but Boot Hill, Robin, Aglia, and then before that it was Lingshaw, Jade, and Fei Xiao. So now you're stuck between a rock and the hard place. Either A, you pull for Tribby, you pull for Huahua to pull the meta units, a meta sustain or a meta support unit, which is going to be absolutely amazing with the amount of damage he's able to do. We're going to touch on her in a second. Or do you have to save for a patch that has 8 fucking reruns on it because they've created this sense of FOMO that now, well, if I skip it now, it's not going to come for another half a year to get these characters again, because they want to release all the characters now, but now they went back to 2 banners. Oh my god, what do I do? That's the point that a lot of casual players are left in. I think a lot of these like players that play the game every day, a lot of these fucking retarded ass people are like, oh dude, bro, just fucking save your Jades. The problem is, guys, is that Honkai Star Rail has gotten to a point where it's so predatory where you cannot save your Jades. Guys, if you take a look at someone like Tribby, right? Tribby, an absolute mad lad. We already know that Tribby is coming to the game in patch 3.1, guys, but what you didn't know about Tribby, or honestly, what you don't, I guess you do know now about Tribby, is that a lot of the characters now are getting mechanics, and core mechanics that are kit at that, locked behind fucking Eidolons. Guys, they are locking a true damage mechanic, something that she could have given maybe a smaller amount of within her kit, not to say that she's not already broken as it is already. They're locking an absolute massive damage bonus for the whole team at E1. So now it's like, well, guys, if you want to get that massive damage bonus, guess you're gonna have to get E1, actually. You're gonna actually have to get E1 now. There is no other way. That's down fucking bad. We can take a look at a fucking character like Aglia, right? Aglia is the same fucking story here, guys. Aglia has her energy regen locked behind E1. So this means you're getting your energy that much faster whenever you have her E1. She has so many energy problems before that, and you just see this with so many characters now. You can take a look at really any support character we've gotten, either that be Robin getting res pin locked behind E1, or that of Ruan Mei getting her defense shred locked behind E1. Hell, even someone like Acheron, right? Like a lot of her kit is locked behind her having her signature light cone, right? It gives you an extra deep, like it makes her kit function that much more smoothly. They've been slowly ramping up the predatory practices. They're just poking at you to see what you'll take until you absolutely break, right? Because it used to be, okay, well, we'll give you a pretty decent light cone for this character that works really well in this character, but it's also pretty good for other characters as well. So, I mean, it'll make the character a lot better if you pull for this light cone, but it also helps other characters as well. But now we're going to start upping the ante. Well, now we're going to give you a light cone that makes a character really good, right? It makes this character really good, but maybe doesn't help out the other characters as much, right? And then it goes, man, this light cone right here really only works for this character right here, but it's going to make them cracked, isn't that right? And then they go, you know what else we could do, guys? Big fucking brain idea. We can make the light cone do that, but then we could take it, a core essential part of their kit, a core part, and add that to an Eidolon. Absolute fucking cinema is what they said, okay, with that one, guys? They have the absolute cinema play of going, hey, yo, guys, you need to get her fucking E1 now, right? I can't lie to you guys. Tribby has to be the most broken, cracked, out of their fucking mind E1 I have ever seen in my life. I always thought Dragon Danny was pretty cracked at E2, and like that shit is unreal at E2. It alleviates so much, like the quality of life, everything at E2. But this is a core mechanic that Tribby should just have, in my opinion. I genuinely think that they should just offer true damage, because the only character now that still offers true damage is going to be Remembrance MC, right? And if you have Remembrance MC on the team offering true damage, what do you do in those Hyper Break or Super Break teams that you don't have Fugue on? There's no replacement for that MC now, so this character not having this in their kit makes it a lot less free-to-play friendly, because now you're stuck. If you need to use true damage with your Remembrance MC, you have to use Remembrance MC in that team. You can't use a break team if you didn't pull fucking Fugue, and that brings us into our next issue, which is the absolute lack of fucking 4-stars we have in this. Guys, look at this list of 4-stars we have right here. Just take a look. You know what? Hey, better yet, let's go to the tier list real quick, and let's take a look at the 4-stars on the tier list here. Genuinely, guys, let's go ahead and mark the actual usable 4-stars here. Gallagher works well, right? Palatine work here well here, right? Hunt March 7th can work good here. Moe's is alright. I don't really see many people using those. And I would say the Herta works pretty well here too. The Herta actually did bring out a lot of like free-to-play ability within some of these Year Edition characters, but overall, guys, we have 5 characters that are genuinely usable in MOC, when this number should generally be about 8, right? You should be able to make 2 full teams with some of these 4-star characters to clear all the content in the game. That's what it should be. That's not even mentioning all the 5-stars we have that are fucking dog shit and can't work, right? But you should at least have 8 free-to-play characters and or 8 characters that are 4-stars that are able to clear all the content in the game. Now, I'm not saying that should be the easiest way to clear the game, right? It shouldn't be, right? Your easiest way to clear the game should still be the 5-stars, because then why would you even pull for the 5-stars at this point? I think that there should be somewhat of a challenge, but you can still clear content with these characters. I'm not talking super overly investing in these characters to help you clear it. I'm talking you put a casual amount of investment in and you're able to clear the fucking content in the game. Even to that point, I still think with this, I think it'd even be acceptable if you were to say add 5 stars into the equation, run 2 5-stars on a team, 2 4-stars, and still clear the content. Now, I get that some teams can do that. Don't get me wrong. Some teams can do that. But you need the latest meta character to do that. You're not going in MOC now, and you're not beating the content with Dot now. Dot's fucking obsolete at this point. You're not going in there. I mean, maybe Dan Heng, if you have a fucking cracked out of your mind, Dan Heng, he's beating it. You're not beating it with Jing Liu. You're not beating it with Zila. Okay, let's be honest. If you don't have Sunday, you're not beating it with Jing Yuan, which is another type of meta unit that recently just came out. Like, a lot of these characters over here are not viable without another top meta character on the docket there, right? And why is that the case? Because of MOC, guys. MOCs, or I guess really any game mode, right? Apocalyptic Shadow, Pure Fiction, all of these game modes are getting power crept in HP because these multipliers are getting bigger and bigger, and these older characters, they're not getting buffed to their multipliers. Well, we're getting them soon, but I mean, like, is that really going to be enough to stop the power creep? I mean, look at this HP difference here. This is MOC 12 from October or September and October of last year, guys. The MOC 12 HP here was 6.2 million and then 4.4 million. And then for MOC this time, on MOC 10, guys, the HP is already flat out more. Like, the HP is like almost like a million more than what they were offering in MOC 12 for MOC 10 now. Now, I get Nikador has special mechanics where you do additional damage to him, right, when he's ever his broken state, right? But the point is, you have to have characters that act a lot, which are the newer characters they've just put in the game, and these characters help you get Nikador's ability to activate so you can do damage to them more often. I tried beating King Nikador MOC 12 with an Acheron team, and sure, maybe I played it fucking like shit, right? But it gave me so many issues because you have to time it up so perfectly, and if you're not hitting the damage within the specific window, you're either A, wasting your ult time, which is not very conservative play. Oh, whoa, we're gonna waste my ult. Most casual players are spamming their ults anyways, right? But even if you had to have some semblance of a brain to play this shit, you're talking about a tight-ass window before that motherfucker reawakens, and then you lose that fucking damage you just had there. So that's my #1 problem with that right there, and this is MOC fucking 10. Like, this is not going MOC 12 to MOC 12 a million HP increase. Okay, whatever. And to really hone in on this point here, guys, just look at the average HP trend of MOC, guys. This is Enigma in Deep Space, which I don't know when the exact time frame of Enigma of Deep Space was. Let me see when Enigma of Deep Space was. Enigma of Deep Space, this is around last year, so about a year ago is when that one was right there. And you can see at the beginning here, the HP increase was not that much, but that's so weird when we had the big sleep, which was around October of last year, the big sleep right here when we had this boss right here, the one we just looked at here, guys. Just look at the HP trend from there on. The HP just increases significantly for MOC 12 and all. Look at this current one we're at, guys. Look at this. It went from 10 million single, 7 million AoE HP to 15 million. Double, like, what, no, that, my bad. 5 million more on single target and almost double the amount on AoE? Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck is up with this trend? This graph, that's an exponential curve upwards, okay? That is an exponential curve upwards on the power creep of this game, and that is why a lot of these older characters don't work. They cannot keep up with these HP pools with the current multipliers that they have. And the final problem, guys, is you. Yes, you. I'm not talking about everyone here watching this video. I'm talking about the people that are probably already in the comment section right now, flipping their shit. Honkai Star all the time. Fucking running their absolute fucking mouth, and I'm gonna get fucking hate comments for and dislikes for. These are the fucks that are the problem with this fucking game, because they want to fucking sit here and suck Hoyo's cock. They want to fuck, I sucked it too hard. I did that once, guys, okay? And it's not good to suck Hoyo's cock, okay? Because what they're gonna do is keep implementing these predatory practices, they're gonna keep attacking your wallets, and they're gonna be like, oh, this is okay, because the vocal minority is telling us what's good. I am glad the CN community stepped in, because if the CN community didn't step in, I don't think that we would actually see a change, quite honestly. I'm glad the casuals are speaking up, saying that this is a problem, because we need to speak out and say this is a problem, because this is a problem. I don't want to see this game die. My channel was made off this game, okay, guys? Despite how small my channel might be, it was absolutely made off of Honkai Star, and the last thing I want to see is this game to fucking die. My channel's already going into the fucking trenches, okay? I don't want to go back to my Cookie Run Kingdom numbers, okay, bud? So I really need you guys to fucking, if you fucking have problems with the game, speak out about it. Speak out about the problems you're having with the game. Don't fucking listen to the HSR fucking dick suckers in the comment section, or HSR dick suckers anywhere that want to fucking just suck Hoyo's cock, $1 billion company, by the way. They'd be like, oh, the game's fine. Don't do that. Speak up about your issues with the game. Fuck them. If they attack you, fuck them. Fuck them. They're fucking retards anyways. Fuck them all. Anyways, guys, that's really gonna do it for today's video. Genuine ways to fix this really quickly is add more force stars into the game. Chill out in the power creep. You don't have to keep raising the HP like that, okay? Give us actual, genuine, good buffs for the older characters. I think that's a good step in the right direction, but they didn't talk about it in the live stream, so fuck them. Anyways, I'm a little bit pissed off right now. And finally, guys, make Honkai Star real fun again. I think that's all that anyone could ever ask for. Make the game fun again. Anyways, gamers, that's going to do it for me on today's video. What are your thoughts? Are you an HSR dick sucker? Or do you want to see the game change for the better? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. That's going to do it for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Trying to hit 10K by the end of the year. If we hit 10K, we'll do a massive giveaway. Hopefully, that won't be a power crept in 2 patches, though. Anyways, guys, see you later. Bye-bye!